Subscribe to your own state gardening magazine. Simply visit sbsmags.com and click on one of the 21 states where we publish a magazine to subscribe today, or for faster service, call 888-265-3600.
Today we're going to look at replacing an irrigation head in the landscape. I have already pushed the nozzle back down into the head, so you can't really see it too well, but I've located the head. So now what we have to do is to dig this up and expose that nozzle, or the head, so that we can replace it. Some people, as they do that, in fact, here's part of the nozzle that had broken off there. I'll just throw that over here. And some people, as they're doing this, lay a tarp out and carefully place the soil onto a tarp so that they don't get their grass all dirty and they can easily replace it. I'm not all that fussy about it, so I don't care about whether the grass gets a little bit dirty. I can wash it off again. But right now what I'm doing is just going ahead and digging this up. So we'll take the trowel and clean out the hole to get the rest of this exposed so we can see what we've got to work with. Again, another fortunate part about this particular replacement is that the head didn't actually break off, so it still is attached in the base. And so I can go down and see how it's attached. And I'm pretty sure that all that's there is a riser beneath it, and it looks like there's a threaded pipe that's coming up and holding this in place. So I can see what's there. Okay, so I'll take this and unscrew it from that riser, or from that threaded nipple. Right now we have this riser here, or this piece of this nipple, which is a threaded pipe on two ends. I want to take that out so that I can plug this into one of those. And with this we'll go ahead and screw this 3/4 inch into the bottom of the head. Turf heads, rotor turf heads, pretty much use 3/4 inch, unless they're really large, in which case you might use 1 inch. But we put it in there. We don't use Teflon tape. There's no need for it. It will be fine sealed without it. We're not worried about whether a little bit of water leaks out, because the only time it's going to leak is when it's turned on anyway, so it's no big deal. Now, if we happen to have been working with a pop-up spray head, those are 1/2 inch. So you can see that's a little bit smaller, and that has to go in the same fashion as you would with the other, but of course in this case it's a 1/2 inch instead of a 3/4 inch. Okay, so we've got our 3/4 inch connector put in there. And then we use this, which again people refer to as either funny pipe or flexible connectors for the risers. And we have to push that onto this. Now, it is a little tight because it's kind of a rubbery material, and it's meant to be tight. It doesn't have to have a clamp on it or anything of that sort. Then I have to put another connector similar to that at the other end that will go into the T. So I'll go ahead and take this and I'll push that one into this end. All right, we'll take this end and put it into the threaded T. And we have to get this down in there at the right angle, and we'll try to get it as tight as we can without necessarily having to use a tool for it, because I don't want to risk breaking the PVC pipe. That seems to be pretty tight right there. So I'll leave it like that. And then now we've got this, and all we need to do is to set this at about the level that we want it to be, so that the collar is about even with the soil level. So we'll start putting soil back into here. So I have finished filling in around the head and put some of the grass up here so it'll start to fill in a little bit quicker. And as you notice, the collar of the head is actually about even with the soil level. The grass will of course get above that, and the lawnmower is going to be cutting a couple of inches above, so it shouldn't interfere with that. And this will rise up as it's necessary. Now remember, it's got a flexible tube going to it, so if it is too high, we can probably dig down and push it down a little bit. If it happens to be not going the right direction, we can move it back and forth. And if something hits it, it has a little flexibility to it. So that's the way we adjust the irrigation heads. I'm Peter Gallagher with State by State Gardening.
Subscribe to your own state gardening magazine. Simply visit sbsmags.com and click on one of the 21 states where we publish a magazine to subscribe today, or for faster service, call 888-265-3600.